Hi everyone, I'm Patricia Esteban and today I'm with Ian Sisa. So Ian, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
Hi, I'm Ian Sisa. I am a photographer for Itchy Worms. I also do graphic arts for other small businesses.
And how did you get around to being the official photographer for Itchy Worms?
I was recommended by my friend Patricia. She was she's working in Yellow Room. Itchy Worms usually rehearse there. It's a recording studio, so they talked, and Patricia found out that Itchy Worms needed a photographer, so she recommended me.
So you said yes right away because it's also one of your hobbies.
Yes. I did a little bit of thinking first because the schedule was very busy. So, but eventually I said yes.
So can you think of any advantages or disadvantages about photography or your job?
Advantages. The traveling is an advantage because you get to go around places, take photos, you get to know their stories, the people behind the photos. So yeah, but the only disadvantage I can think of is it's pricey. You need to shell out a big amount of money for the gear, for the traveling. The traveling in my case is free because I work with them. The accommodation, the food, the fare, the
So
plane.
everything is basically free?
Yeah, it's free.
So that's a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
When you don't get the shot, for example, there's not enough light, or do you get easily frustrated, or you just deal with what you have?
Well, yeah, I get frustrated because it's what I want. Taking a photo is like an output of your imagination, and it gets frustrating. Yeah, when you don't get to
Get the
perfect shot, you know. But sometimes I give up. And I don't recommend that to photographers because it's not a good attitude. You need to strive to get what you want, especially when it's your art, you know.
Yeah.
You don't compromise your art for something like you don't get to say yes to okay. You should always go for the best.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
but sometimes when it seems too impossible for you to get the shot, like you need to jump like from the fourth floor of the building just to get the shot. You don't get the shot.
Yeah, don't go maybe to that extent.
Yeah.
Do you have any recommendations for beginners or professionals when it comes to camera lens and equipment?
For beginners, I suggest you buy a entry-level camera because it's not too pricey. An entry-level camera is just, it's a bit, it's not that professional, but you can practice with it. And I suggest they use pancake lenses because it's a must-have for everyone. Because the bokeh is great. Bokeh is like the blur.
So you've used pancake lenses before?
Yeah, I use pancake lenses most of the time. I like street photography. So pancake lenses are great for street photography. Like, yeah.
How about speaking of street photography, when we're getting into the styles of photography, what specific style of photography do you usually use when you're in gigs, or just something that you want to explore more?
Well, street photography, I guess, is never ending. Like, there are a lot of stories out there that you don't know, that you should know, that you need to know, because they're great. And uh, you can't stop exploring street photography because it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. But in styles, I guess I would like to explore more in nature photography, because I don't know, nature is just relaxing.
Yeah. How about in gigs? What kind of what style of photography do you use when you're in gigs?
In gigs, I use zoom lenses. So I usually end up with portraits of the band, and yeah, crowd shots, like wide shots of the band in stage, like.
So you capture all the crowd also.
Yeah. That's a must-have.
So is it dark when you're in gigs, or is there enough lighting?
I really think that concert and gig photography is like the hardest style of them, because you don't get to control the lighting. You don't have you can't adjust the light, the spotlights, the strobes. You don't get to adjust that. Unlike like portraiture, landscape, street, nature, yeah. You can use flash, you can use reflectors, you can use other kinds of light. But in portrait photography, you just make use of the lighting available on the stage. Because sometimes you can use flash, but sometimes the artist doesn't want that because it hurts their eyes.
Yeah. Speaking of lighting and flash, what camera setting do you usually use when you're photographing?
I usually start adjusting the ISO depending on the brightness of the day, because it gets grainy once the ISO is higher. The picture you'll have will be grainy. So, well, yeah, I start with the ISO depending on how bright the day is. Next is I maximize the aperture. If your camera can reach up to 1.2 or 1.8, I suggest you make use of that. Next is the shutter speed. You just adjust the shutter speed depending on what kind of pictures you want to take. Like, when you want to take motion pictures and you want to capture the motion, you use like 1/20, maybe that's enough. Yeah, we just trial and error.
So you just have to adjust, and I guess you need to have knowledge with the basics of photography for you to adjust.
It's a rule of thumb. You need to know the basics, like there are 3 basic settings in photography, like the ISO, the aperture, and the shutter speed. Once you get to know those 3, and you're good to go.
Okay, lastly, can you give any tips for our aspiring photographers and equipments like that? For beginners especially.
I once attended a photography class in somewhere in BGC, and I really liked the class because the photographer that spoke was a National Geographic photographer, and the tip that I remember the most that he said was look down. There are a lot of
Kind of ironic.
there are a lot of stuff when you look down. You can explore with shadows, you can explore with reflection, and it's fun. I mean, it is great. And another tip is explore all the angles. Yeah. Angle is important in photography. So don't be afraid to take a lot of pictures of the same subject, because you don't get the perfect shot with just one shot.
You
And
have to try until you succeed. Just
Yeah,
like what they
yeah,
say. Okay, I guess that's all. So thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Ian, and I hope you guys learned something from him. He's really a great photographer. And that's all. Bye.